Hey everybody, this is David Skarika. I hope everybody's doing well. So today's stock chart of the day is going to be, oh yeah, that's actually because I was doing my book. Oh, happy 4th of July. One of my favorite things is to watch. I actually didn't watch it this year because I think I've been telling you they're expanding the power plant here. So they turned off the power for about 4.5, 5 hours today, and it happened while I was doing it. It's like I love the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I'm a fan of like all these food vlogs, and there's a guy I love, and it's actually from Leeds, where my dad is from, called Beard Meat Food. He has like a big beard, looks like ZZ Top kind of guy, and he took part in it last year. So I think that's like a real great America Canada type thing. So happy 4th of July, everybody. Um, I've been editing my book all morning. So I'm kind of it kind of burns me out a bit, like when you're doing, because this book has been 4 or 5 years in the making. I think I've mentioned this to people, and it's literally like writing a quarter to a third of it because of that. So I have to update numbers. There's something like one of the stocks I'd recommended was Yamana in the gold stock section, and Yamana got taken over. So like I have to do this. So anyhow, so actually what we're going to talk about today, and because it's one of the only things trading today, because we are, is Bitcoin is actually breaking down. So in our paid member section, I actually recommended a little bit of Biddy, which is the short Bitcoin ETF. So we're not quite there yet, because if you look at the intraday low here, we probably have to break 56,000, but 60 was pretty important. And on the close, we are now at the lowest level since about February. So the question is this still kind of a consolidation? We are oversold, and we're right at the 200-day moving average as well. Or is this the start of something else, kind of like to the downside? So I did it as a pure technical trade and nothing to do with my feelings on Bitcoin. I just thought that this was kind of a big topping formation, and everyone just thought because they did the fork or whatever, it's just going to go up. And it's done that like 3 or 4 of the last times it's done it. So at some point that's not going to work, right? Because how many times have we seen like a lot of people always believed in don't fight the Fed, and then the Fed in both 2001 and 2008 cut rates, and then the market kept going down. So these things work till they don't work. So yeah, it's our stock chart of the day. And like if we kind of look at something longer, let's go look at a 3-year chart of Bitcoin here. And you will see here is something longer. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin, this does look like a big topping formation. And what could happen is maybe something like what happened in 2021, is that even if the market continues to go higher and makes a top later on, like you can see Bitcoin had a big drop. This was a huge drop. This was 60,000 to 30,000, right? You can see when it kind of broke the support here, boom, it smashed, and then it slowly made its way higher to later in the year. So maybe Bitcoin, same thing here, will smash to 40,000 or something like that, and then maybe go back to the highs and then roll over again. I don't know. But all I can tell you is short term, it looks pretty toppy here. It does kind of look similar to that period, that topping period in 2021. And like I've said over and over again, being a gold stock investor and seeing what the gold stock ETFs did to the gold stocks, causing a lot of selling and stuff, I can just tell you that people who think that the ETFs mean up, up, and away are sadly mistaken. Like the ETFs can definitely mean that the weak hands buy the ETFs instead of the hardcore Bitcoin hodlers or whatever you want to call them. They own coins in their wallets, and the weak hands are the guys who bought these ETFs. So they're the ones that, like, once you start getting below, I don't know, 50,000 or something like that, it's like they're going to start being down, because Bitcoin ETF kind of like really came in here. They're going to be down on their investment. And you look at the big spike in volume here in this breakout, and they're going to start being down 20-30%. And they're going to say, I'm out, right? And that's what happened in all these drawdowns in gold stocks. So again, happy 4th of July. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to put this up, and I'm actually just about to do a little bit of a barbecue here myself. Like I said, I worked on the book all morning. Luckily, I had all my phones, computer or laptop, everything charged. So when that power was out, I do have a generator, but I just didn't feel like putting it on. So yeah, when it was off for like an hour, sorry, for like 4 or 5 hours, I had more than enough power and all these things. So everybody take care. Like I said, happy 4th, and we'll have another chart for you tomorrow.